Viva Rose Lethuku, viva. Amandla TJ, amandla. Hola MM, hola. Eita oparanda eita. Viva Zulu boy, viva. Tsitsipela JB Max tsitsipela. Tsitsipela SADTU tsitsipela.
Aitie SADTU aitie. Ai khole SADTU ai khole. Tsitsipelang barutabana tsitsipelang. Cordial and genial greetings, comrades. Let me start perhaps by welcoming all guests, all comrades that are here. Special greetings and welcome to our POBs, our PWC, our PEC, regional structures present here, the most important fundamental structures, that is our branches. Comrades, we met today to celebrate ourselves as teachers. My responsibility and task is not much, but it's just to welcome you. Maybe as I welcome you, comrades, one or two things that need to be highlighted is that we as teachers, we are who we are. As SADTU, we are not cheaters, we are teachers. As SADTU, we don't produce horrible leaders, but the stage is clear. We as SADTU, we produce honorable leaders. Perhaps one also needs to highlight the theme of this World Teachers' Day, the theme that goes under valuing teachers' voices towards a new social contract for education. My thinking tells me that UNESCO, when they came with this theme, they simply wanted to say they are calling for and attending to teachers' voices to address their challenges, above all to acknowledge the expertise, knowledge, and input teachers bring. We as teachers, we must never underestimate ourselves. Today we are showcasing self-love, respect, honor, etc. Above all, displaying the culture of the organization and say we are educators with high moral of discipline. Unreservedly and ambiguously so, teachers are the livelihood of our nation. Again, we are who we are. There's no profession without us. We don't teach subjects, we teach life. Through the mixture of chalks and challenges, we change lives. A good teacher is like a candle burning. It consumes itself to light the way for others. Without us, other professions won't be into being. That is why I'm emphasizing the words that we are who we are, and without us, there are no other professions. And we must take pride in ourselves. We must walk the talk and ensure whatever that we do, we really display what we are. To the children, the learners that we teach. Today we have doctors, we have nurses, the list is endless. So for us to shy away from who we are, really, let's celebrate ourselves, educators, highly so, practicing discipline. Maybe I must just touch in synopsis to say why I said teachers are not cheaters. When the ATP is presented before us, the curriculum in general, we ensure that we do justice, so that at the end of the day, we produce honorable leaders. Something that I skipped, I must also welcome all the honorable guests that are here today. Our leadership from the province in the education. Our son of the soil, Comrade Sidney Kirutlwile, you are welcome. Repila, the president of SAPA, is also here in our midst. Comrades, our pit bulls are caged. We have ensured that no pit bull is outside. By so saying, I'm welcoming you all to this session that is particularly meant for us to celebrate ourselves. And on the very same note, let us also acknowledge that in the past, only a few of us were allowed to celebrate the activity of this nature. Notla utwa department ere, only few from schools, forgetting that when we talk about teachers, it's all of us. But today, SADTU has victoriously emerged to say all of us, we must celebrate this day. Welcome, comrades. Enjoy yourselves. Amandla. Krach. Krach. Matimba. Viva SADTU, viva. Amandla.
Now we are calling upon the provincial chair. Ka Setswana ra re chairperson ya matshutichiti a SADTU mo Bokone Bophirima.
I want you to study the history of liberation movements in Africa. Almost all of them, at some stage, they went to their own meetings and they said, you know, if we don't stop what we are doing, this organization is going to die. But they continued with what they said will kill the organization. That is why if you look in Africa, most, if not all, of the liberation movements are now dead. It's not like there was no voice that was saying, let's leave these things and do the right thing. So, comrades, I want you to appreciate the fact that when this voice of the teacher that we want to be appreciated and be valued, when this voice comes, it is not obvious that those who need to appreciate the voice will appreciate the voice. And one thing that we must also know, comrades, is that we can't talk of the voice that needs to be appreciated when we are not creating platforms for voice of educators to be heard. At the level of your school, when you are aware, all of you, that learner discipline is a very serious problem, do you have a management that comes and say, from today, this is what we're going to do? Or they sit down with you and say, may we really assist one another to improve our situation? Because that voice should be valued. And just by saying this voice must be valued, and when we don't value it, we think things are going to change. It's not going to change. So those platform, comrades, should be utilized. And we must ask ourselves whether our voice is not loud enough when we are saying to the department and everyone that we cannot be teachers who are just given a lot of paperwork. Because this paperwork is causing a lot of, burnout. I mean, that is the voice of the teacher. Is it being valued, comrades? You can see that there are people who even got to be arrested by expressing a particular voice. So we must know ourselves that once we say to the department or wherever that you can't produce a system that you call SASMs, and you want teachers to also do manual analysis of results when you are having a system that you are supposed to be using. And we are saying if you do that to teachers, you are finishing them off. So that is the voice that we are saying it must be listened to. When we say you can't have austerity measures and you can't have a situation where you say your PPMs will have educators reduced in schools. Once you reduce teachers from schools, you are overburdening those that are remaining at the school. That is the voice that we are saying it must be listened to. The question is that voice being listened to? That is the question. So, comrades, as we conclude, we must say to you that as a union, we must keep on creating those platforms for our members to raise their voice. We can't have a situation where we have got structures of the union that go mute. Mute. People are elected, they're mute. You don't hear them, you don't know where they are, you can't locate them. they're mute, where is this voice going to come from? Because remember, with us, the voice that goes out of the teacher goes through the mouth of the leadership. So let's ensure that at all times we create the platforms for these voices to be heard. Let's utilize the platforms and ensure that at the end our voice is going to be heard, and finally it is going to be valued. Comrades, those who say to you they are listening to you and they really value your voice, listen to them. But I normally quote somebody who is called Andrew Carnegie, and this is what he says, that when I grow older, I pay less attention to what men say. I just watch what they do. So obviously, if people come and say to you, we value education, we value you, tell them that we have grown older, we pay less attention to what they are saying, we'll just watch what they are doing, because what they do will tell us whether they really value the system or the education or not. Because it's not what they say that will give us an indication of whether they value what we are doing or not. Comrades, this October month, on the 5th of every October, we celebrate World Teachers' Day. On the 6th, we celebrate the birth of SADTU. So we can't have long speeches because there's also going to be a cake. Because we can't be on a celebration when there is no cake. Comrade, this activity is officially opened, and enjoy yourself.
Let's take this opportunity to welcome Comrade, the DRS, as we call upon you to light the candle.
Item 3, which is the candle light. And under normal circumstances, it's done by our regional gender convener, Comrade Toko Maine. But unfortunately for now, she's unable to do that as she's hospitalized. With the candlelight that we will be doing, we are remembering the HIV and AIDS patients. We pray that with the candle that we are going to light, one day we get a cure. And then with this candlelight that we are going to do, we also remember the cancer patients. As we all know that October month, it is the month to commemorate and remember patients who are ill or sick because of cancer. We are also remembering the LGBTQI and the queer community. We pray that the discrimination that they encounter at all spheres of their lives, one day it ends. And lastly, we remember the mental health patients. Comrades, mental health is very, it's real. And it is dealing with most of us. Holy
Comrades, we have gathered here today to celebrate the Provincial World Teachers' Day, which we know very well that the Teachers' Day was celebrated on the 5th of October. So this is the day that our PEC has agreed that as a province we must come down and celebrate with you under the theme, Valuing Teachers' Voices Towards a New Social Contract for Education. Comrades, we are very much aware that more and more educators or more and more teachers are leaving the profession due to the fact that they have so many challenges that they are going through. So this theme is seeking to ensure that the teacher's perspective into the policy formulation environment is being taken into consignance, as this will enhance their professional development. The theme is meant to ensure that the voice of teachers is acknowledged and their expert knowledge is recognized. The very voices that guide students needs to be heard when education policy is made. It is also reminding us of the passion that we as teachers bring into the profession on a daily basis. The theme is reminding us of the efforts we apply, comrades, to positively impact our students' lives and also to better their future. So this theme is highlighting the need to establish more robust social dialogue everywhere. It underscores the urgency of engaging with employer and the community at large to address the challenges that we face as educators on a daily basis. Challenges such as constant curriculum changes that we are very much aware of, comrades. Our challenges on infrastructure, our termination of contracts, including that of the grade R educators that we are all aware of, comrades. And also the challenges on delay in terms of conversion of temporary educators to permanent capacity. Comrades, through those hardships, we want to acknowledge that you are able to do very well to shape the minds and the future of your students. Indeed, you are rallying behind quality teaching and learning campaign. You are showing with pride that you are workers of the mind and shepherds of the innocent souls. As we celebrate this day, Comrade Chair, we are proud to indicate that out of the 14 members who represented our province at that level of national, 9 of them are the members of SADTU in good standing. We would want to say to you, comrades, from the provincial office or as the provincial leadership of SADTU, thank you for making us proud. Thank you for flying the flag of SADTU to the greater heights. Thank you for all your efforts and commitments. We know that it was not easy, but through all, you managed to pull through, and that is where you are today. Thank you very much, Chair.
No, thanks very much. Comrades, we will then go to item number 5, where we are going to receive the message of support. We'll start with SAYS. We'll then request Comrade Duzani Sopete to ascend.
Program Director, I want to give this message of support from the CEO, Meela Mokhalane. Meela Mokhalane has sent me to indicate that indeed it's a happy Teachers' Day and Teachers' Month, and that as SAYS, we recognize that indeed as teachers, you are part of the council and you will continue to be the one for the council, and therefore SAYS was also started by you through the collective agreement from ELRC in 1994. So therefore SAYS was not started by ourselves, we are employees of SAYS. So in that, Chairperson, I just want to quickly run through this message that I have to quickly navigate towards, to indicate that as leadership of this province, as well as teachers, we need to start going back and engaging in policy and legislative environment, especially of the education sector. Because without that, we are nothing, and without that, we won't be able to get what we need to do. We need to be ready to deliver and also implement on the Bella Act. And it's a very serious issue that we have to attend to. You know that clause that has to deal with corporal punishment. We need to go around, educate our members to say what is happening there, and SAYS is always there to help you, because we are working on how are we going to collaborate with all unions in all provinces to deal with that one. You as teachers need to take care of yourselves. Your mental wellness matters, because if you are not going to take care of yourselves first, you are gonna bleed on those learners in your classrooms. So please, you are the first one to take care of yourself. In this province specific, a teacher once said when we were doing the teacher's handbook on teachers' rights, responsibility and safety, because that handbook said you have rights as teachers. So you gave us your rights and we have them and we have been advocating them to everyone else. That teacher in this province said that they were sitting at home for more than 1 year, not working because of the abuse they received in their classrooms. So we want to say, indeed, take care of your wellness and well-being, because it will never end well if you don't take care of yourself first. But we want to say that there is for women, there is a project that we are starting on women leadership. We are saying we will come to all provinces so that we can do that. Currently, we have a book that we've already started with women in leadership in the province of KZN. We urge that the leadership indeed prioritize the leadership of women in your schools. We have seen that the data that says that most of the leaders are going out in the next coming 10 years. So please equip the women leadership within your schools. And I want to say, to end it, to say that your rights and plight matters to the teaching profession. Viva SADTU, viva.
Today is a special day for teachers. And I deliberately said, viva teachers, and will continue saying, viva teachers, viva. Myself from the department and leadership are here to acknowledge teachers. As comrades, we know our role, but today specifically, we want to honor the teachers. Acknowledging the hard work and dedication of you teachers around the whole world is at the heart of this day. UNESCO initiated this day with a view to celebrating yourselves. Yes, it happens or is designated on the 5th of October. However, we know that the entire month will be celebrating the teachers. In this month of October, we are going to continue to recognize your vital role in shaping our young minds and building our society. In this month, colleagues and comrades, is an opportunity for us as leadership and the department to express gratitude and acknowledge your tireless efforts. Teachers plant seeds of knowledge. They nurture curiosity and foster growth. Teachers help shape young minds, inspiring future leaders, future innovators, and future citizens. Therefore, the teachers' dedication and passion have a ripple effect, impacting communities and society as a whole. Coming to the union colleagues, who have seen over the years that it plays a significant role in advocating for teachers' rights. We heard what the chairperson said earlier. The union advocates better working conditions and fair compensation. Yes, the union as a collective provides a voice for educators, supporting their professional development and ensuring their welfare. This in turn benefits learners and education system as a whole. We cannot have a stable system. We cannot have learners that are performing without the support of the unions. In that regard, we want to appreciate and thank our union. As a department, we collaborate with the union, in particular with SADTU, so that I don't get misquoted. We collaborate with SADTU. And today's event is as a result of that collaboration. We are here to celebrate yourselves. Hence, the department is also here. Comrades, no amount of words can explain and describe the critical role and pivotal role played by yourself, teachers.
Let's take this opportunity to call upon the provincial secretary to deal with item number 7.
The item that I have been requested to deal with, comrade, it's an introduction of our keynote speaker for the day. I've been going through the credentials of this leader. I am decided that I'm going to defy what I've written here. Because if I was to go through the credentials of this leader, I'm going to take 20 minutes to just indicate who is the leader. The leader is, she has been leading the organization through all the ranks. The former Deputy Provincial Secretary of Gauteng Province, member of the National Working Committee of SADTU, a member of the National Executive Committee of SADTU. Recently, during the 10th National Congress of SADTU, where some of you were attending, she was also elected unopposed in the position of the Vice President for Gender. Let's welcome, comrades, as we chant that slogan, let's welcome Comrade VP Dudu Nkosi.
It is indeed, Comrade Chairperson of the province, an honor for me to come and celebrate with you the World Teachers' Day on behalf of the National Executive Committee of SADTU and the 274,000 members of SADTU, the backbone as well and real owners of our own union. This celebration takes place shortly after we emerged from a very successful 4-day-long Congress of SADTU, which displayed a high degree of discipline and unity among delegates from the 9 provinces. We were further encouraged in that Congress, Comrade Chair, by the quality of debates in different commissions which culminated into Congress resolutions as summarized in the declaration that was presented and adopted by all Congress delegates unanimously. We further saw the leadership question being handled as progressively as it was by our structures to an effect that saw the National Working Committee being retained unopposed. Comrades, we must appreciate the branches from this province as well, because it is these branches that would have nominated us. We must, however, appreciate the vote of confidence that was given to or shown to us by our members. And I can assure you, comrades, that we are not taking that vote of confidence for granted. More often than not, when leaders get successfully elected into positions, there's a temptation, Comrade Chair, of becoming self-important and bigger than the membership itself. To some extent, even bigger than the union. We must guard against such selfish and retrogressive tendencies by our members or leaders. It is our firm view, Comrade Chairperson, that leadership is servanthood. We wish to humbly appreciate the new mandate given to us for the next 5 years without any form of entitlement. Because sometimes, comrades, we always think as we sit in front here, having been given the mandate by yourselves to lead you, we are entitled to that mandate. Even in the next election, we expect you to nominate us. It is you, comrades, who will decide at that time as to what is it that you want. So as the National Working Committee, comrades, we don't want to take your election of the new leadership into office for granted and think we are the best. We think ours is to serve you. On the 5th of October 2024, our union SADTU proudly joined the international community in celebrating the World Teachers' Day. The theme of this year's World Teachers' Day is valuing teachers' voices towards a new social contract for education. This serves as a powerful reminder that teachers are the backbone of the education system and a key force in building a better and more equitable society. The president of the Education International, a world federation of teacher unions made up of 383 member organizations from 179 countries across the world and over 32 million members. The president of this big federation comes from SADTU, and that president is Comrade Mukwena Maluleka. He says on this day, comrades, he says, students are not data points on a spreadsheet, and teachers are not robots delivering content. We are the heart of every public education system, which remains the most powerful tool for building more democratic, sustainable, inclusive, and just societies. That's what our president says, comrades. Simply put, society must recognize the crucial influence teachers have in shaping future generations, fostering national development, and advancing social justice. In our country, teachers continue to toil, sometimes under extremely difficult and trying circumstances. Teachers wake up to classrooms that are overcrowded, sometimes with limited resources. Teachers are always exposed to school-related gender-based violence themselves, which seems to be escalating and seriously undermining the provision of quality public education. Schools have become sites of tension, where the safety of teachers and learners is frequently at risk. SADTU calls upon all stakeholders, the parents, communities, civil society, and government to step forward and join hands in ensuring the safety and protection of teachers, learners, and schools. Valuing teachers, as the theme dictates, in our view, valuing teachers means more than words or rhetoric. It requires real, meaningful action. Valuing teachers is about fairly compensating teachers for the work they do. This involves proper remuneration that reflects the importance of their roles in society. And comrades, this reminds me that we are in a period where we're negotiating for salaries and other conditions of service and employment of educators at the PSCPC. It is not an easy task for us, comrades. I don't want today to come and give you those discussions and movements, but the leadership here will be able to lead you in that regard. It is our firm view as SADTU that teachers must be remunerated in the manner that they deserve and because they work so hard. Teachers everywhere, even in the deep rural of our communities, must be provided with the necessary tools and resources to enable them to deliver quality education. Teachers are key agents of transformation as we grapple with societal challenges like poverty, inequality, and unemployment. It is teachers who hold the potential to empower learners with knowledge, critical skills, thinking skills, and a sense of responsibility towards their communities. When teachers are motivated, well supported, and highly skilled, they play a pivotal role in driving the change we need to address the socio-economic disparities that continue to affect millions in South Africa. Just recently in this province, Comrade Chairperson, I watched the television with dismay. Just recently, there is an extremely dilapidated school which was shown on television. wherein parents decided to escalate their frustration on the alleged lack of service by the Department of Education. They therefore then decided, as a formation of parents, to keep their children at home and not release them to school until the matter received attention by the powers that be. These unfortunate circumstances, my comrades, are only found in our areas as African people. It can't be that, comrades, 30 years into democracy, we still have such schools that I actually asked myself, I wonder what teachers do in this school. It doesn't have a roof. There's just nothing virtually there. The toilets are just gone. But teachers and learners must go there. We hope our leaders in this province will ensure that the promises made on TV by authorities of the department are realized before another calamity takes place there. We need to applaud all our teachers in the country for always ensuring that effective teaching and learning takes place in those classrooms. We congratulate our members who did well in the National Teaching Awards held recently. Our media team from Matthew Goniwe are here since yesterday to come and capture such achievements. We're proud of the dedication and excellence of our members in this province as well. As I conclude, Comrade Chairperson, allow me to share this quote. This quote is by Carl Jung, where he says, and I quote, he says, one looks back, he was a student, he was a learner himself. Now he tells us what would have happened during the time when he was a scholar. And he says, one looks back with appreciation to the brilliant teachers I had, but with gratitude to those who touched our human feelings. Because some teachers go an extra mile. They don't just become brilliant in what they do, but they go an extra mile and touch their learners. He continues to say, the curriculum is so much necessary raw material, but warmth is the vital element for the growing plant and for the soul of the child, close quotes. This is an expression of appreciation by this teacher. It's quite clear that he really appreciates the extraordinary work done by yourselves as revolutionaries in class. We wish you a successful and joyful belated World Teachers' Day, and I wish to thank you, Chairperson, for the opportunity.
We want to approach the second session, wherein every year we take an opportunity as SADTU to celebrate excellence. Comrades, we will take this opportunity to welcome on the stage the Provincial Secretary of SADTU in the Northwest to come and deal with item number 9, where SADTU is going to acknowledge and appreciate our educators who have gone beyond and shown an extreme excellence in executing their duties.
We are going to summarize in less than 30 minutes. But comrades, as it was earlier indicated by the program director, that amongst others, this is a very important and a special day. And as the Provincial Executive Committee, we took a decision that on this occasion of the celebration of the educators, One of the things that we must also recognize is the members of SADTU who voluntarily participate in the National Teaching Awards. Because it is important, comrades, that amongst others, we encourage all our members to participate in the National Teaching Awards, because we think there are very key important aspects that the National Teaching Awards addresses. Amongst others, the National Teaching Awards recognizes excellence. Because you yourselves, comrades, as educators, as members of SADTU in particular, under all other difficult circumstances, you are doing your best in making sure that you shape up the future of our children. And therefore, we think it's important that as part of the aspects of the National Teaching Awards, we should also continue to encourage in multitudes our members to participate in the awards. But the participation in the awards, comrade, amongst others, it improves in the education sector itself, Mr. Masilo DDG. Because you, comrades, will know that there are a number of categories in the National Teaching Awards. And those categories are able to demonstrate the excellence that these educators are showing in their respective schools, irrespective of what type of school the educator comes from, irrespective of the circumstances that the learners that the educator is teaching are coming from. Out of the 14 categories that these educators participated in, various categories, we were able to single out and identify that out of the 14, 9 of the educators who have gone and represent Northwest Education Department in the National Teaching Awards, those 9 are these comrades seated here, and they belong to this giant organization. So, comrades, we understand that there's a cry that we must acknowledge as many as possible. However, we don't want this to lose meaning. We want comrades to strive, and excellence must be the order of the day. That is why we'll maintain the position of the Provincial Executive Committee that we are only going to acknowledge or give tokens of appreciation for those who are going to represent the province national. Therefore, we're having the 9 comrades who are here. I'm going to start firstly, comrades, by indicating and calling the leadership who will then assist us. We have requested the conveners of the regions to come to the stage so that they must be able to assist us. I'm going to call the National Teaching Awards winners in no particular order, but will explain which category. Let me firstly start, comrades, with the category of excellence in special needs teaching. I'm going to request the chairperson of JB Max just to come closer here, and our provincial treasurer to join the chairperson of JB Max as they are going to award excellence in special needs teaching, and the comrade who went all the way to represent Northwest in the National Teaching Awards, who has obtained position 1 in the province. All of them are position 1s in the province. All of them. From one of our regions in the province, from the branch of Greater Dinokana, the region is Oparanda, the name of the comrade from Ramuts Resumarete Special School, Comrade S. Mulikwa. Comrade S. Mulikwa. I'm told Comrade S. Mulikwa is not only the winner in special needs teaching, he's also the Deputy Secretary of the branch. So siphethe leadership hapa. Iyakhokhela a VP. Yes. Yes, we give him a round of applause, comrades. A round of applause for Comrade Mulikwa. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The next category, comrade. Excellence in teaching mathematics, GET, a school called Mafikeng Primary. The branch is Unkgopotse Tiro. The region is Zulu Boy Moloto region. And is Comrade C.J. Smith. Comrade Smith, excellence in teaching, mathematics, GET. Ala ala, Zulu boy, ala ala. Ala ala, Comrade Smith, ala ala. Thank you very much. We are going to request the Deputy Chairperson of the province, Deputy Chair of the province, Comrade Mutata, to come and ascend, and also the SAC convener, Comrade Ntlafatso. Comrade Mutata, Comrade Ntlafatso, please come to the stage. We are going, comrades, to award excellence in secondary school leadership. Excellence in secondary school leadership. The comrade is from a branch called Megibu Palamo. The region is Rose Lituku. The school is Platinum Village Secondary. The comrade is none other than Comrade P. Mulokodi. A round of applause for Comrade Mulokodi. Excellence in secondary school leadership. A round of applause, comrades, as we celebrate. Ala ala, Rose Lituku, ala ala. Tsitsipela, SADTU tsitsipela. Alibongwe. That was excellence in secondary school leadership. The second category, comrades, that we are going to award the national best teacher from a branch called Tabolikitlani, from a school called New Vision, from a region called JB Max. Let's welcome Comrade Tinta. Comrade Tinta. A round of applause, comrades! Viva JB Max, viva! Thank you very much, comrades. We are going to request Comrade Tuzana Sopete from SACE and the Provincial Secretary of the PLRC, Comrade Signi Kudukwile, as they come to the stage. Comrades, we are also recognizing, I've deliberately left, comrades, classifications and all those in the interest of time. But this is one of the biggest awards that we must recognize and appreciate that our members continue to participate. We are going to recognize the Kada Asmal Lifetime Achievement. We are going to recognize the Kada Asmal Lifetime Achievement. The comrade comes from a branch called Papitsukudu. The comrade comes from a school called George Madoda. The comrade comes from a region called Zuluboy Muloto. I'm told the comrade is a principal of a school, and this comrade is none other than Comrade D.E. Mpumela. Comrade Mpumela. A round of applause, comrades. Viva Zulu boy, viva! He's also a principal, comrades. It is clear that the leadership that we are having is quite all right. The leadership we are having is quite all right. Leadership. Hey, SADTU aibereki, hey. King to comrades. Kiba mola babona, comrades. The remainder of the comrades that we are going to award here. These comrades, having participated nationally and representing Northwest nationally, they were able also to pick up a sport nationally. Now I'm going to start firstly with excellence in primary school leadership. Excellence in primary school leadership from a branch called J.S. Tabani, from a school called Nokayale Rato Primary, from a region called Roslituko. This comrade is none other than Comrade Z.J. Koza. Halala Roslituko, halala. She obtained position 2 nationally. Thank you very much, Comrade Signi and Comrade Sopete. Thank you very much. We are living in the era of technology. Comrades are technologically advanced. And one of the categories is excellence in technology-enhanced teaching. This comrade comes from a branch called Dorothy Mukhari. This branch is in one of our regions called Roslituko. School called Sunrise View Secondary. This comrade, nationally, this comrade obtained position 1. And this comrade is none other than Comrade I.E. Komani. Position 1, the whole South Africa, from Northwest, comrades. Comrade Komani. Halala Roslituko, halala. Halala SADTU, halala. Halala SADTU, halala. A round of applause, comrade. Comrade Komani. A round of applause, comrades. Let's celebrate our winners. The next category is the category of excellence in life skills. Excellence in teaching life skills. This comrade is from a branch called Puna Oliphant. This comrade is from a school called Arisokem Primary. This comrade is from a region of SADTU called JB Max. This comrade nationally obtained position 1. I'm told this comrade nationally were given recognition awarded with motor cars. Allah, Allah, SADTU, Allah, Allah. Ke ba rona, ke ba SADTU ba. Ha se ba bangwe hape. Ke ba SADTU. Ha ona ba bangwe ba ke ba SADTU ba. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We need to applaud all our teachers in the country for always ensuring that effective teaching and learning takes place in those classrooms. We congratulate our members who did well in the National Teaching Award.
We are moving on. It's a celebration. This one is excellence in secondary school teaching. Excellence in secondary school teaching. This comrade is from a branch called Thabo Likitlane. This comrade is from a branch called Thabo Likitlane, from a school called Krizani Secondary. From a region called JB Max region. And this comrade is none other than Comrade TJ Mtimkulu. Comrade Mtimkulu, comrades. Comrade Mtimkulu also, nationally, he obtained position 1. Position 1. He also got imoto Nchonchimali. He also got a car. He is going international. Comrade Mtimkulu. Viva JB Max, viva! Allah, Allah, SADTU, Allah, Allah! Allah, Allah, SADTU, Allah, Allah! Thank you very much. Our last category. We have also, comrade, recognized the importance that as a union, we must celebrate those who are with us while they are still alive. We must recognize the contribution that they have made immensely in the education sector for many, many, many years. Dade Masilo, I will also tempted to request that you come to the stage. It's important that we recognize this leader. We know, comrades, that during the introduction of our guest, one of our important guests who was introduced, who is leading the principals in the Northwest, who majority of them without any fear or favor or contradiction, who majority of them are members of SADTU. That is why the schools in the province are excelling DDG, because of the leadership of the principals of SADTU, the SMTs of SADTU, and the teachers of SADTU. This comrade was recognized during the National Congress of the South African Principal Association as the best, longest serving member of the National Executive Committee of SAPA National. This comrade was also awarded with the Best Presidential Award during the Congress. We deemed it as necessary that as the province, we must also be shy and say to one of our own, we want to recognize you whilst you are still here. Let's, comrade, welcome, who has gone all over in the country, in the continent, and nationally representing the education, but importantly, bearing the flag of SADTU. Let's recognize Comrade Isaac Lisiba Pina. Ebari SADTU ya sebeletswa. Halala ya sebe. SADTU ya sebeletswa. Halala ya sebele. Halala.
Halala ya sebele.
Halala.
Halala ya sebele.
SADTU ya sebeletswa.
Halala ya sebele.
SADTU ya sebeletswa.
Halala ya sebele.
Halala.
Halala ya sebele.
Halala.
Halala ya sebele.
Mother.
A
A round of applause, comrades, for Comrade Pila. A round of applause. Thank you very much, Vice President, Provincial Chair, DDG Masilo. Thank you very much.
Provincial Treasurer, Marapukiaha.
Thank you, Program Director. In respect of time, let me say all protocol observed. We have been saying Amandla all day long, but let me do what I'm supposed to do here, Program Director. I'm going to acknowledge all our strategic partners who ensured that this day become a success. As we know that we are a non-profit making organization, we solely depend on donors and your subscriptions, our comrades. Now, our donors made it possible that this day become a success. As we are acknowledging the following donors and strategic partners, we are saying, we are in Northwest, as such, we say, Sejo Senye, Hasifete Molomo. Yan relebogela bonye bo le re fileng bona mme ka moso le ikete le ka otlolla letsogo. We are acknowledging SAYS, we are acknowledging Metropolitan, we are acknowledging All Mutual, we are acknowledging South African SADTU, we are acknowledging Asopol, we are acknowledging Legal Wise. We are acknowledging Sparkling Water CEO who assisted us with the water that we are drinking right now. This is what is going to follow. It will be entertainment as such, and the cause will be led by the following. Soccer Island it will be led by Comrade Jilimba. Netball by Comrade Ramokhopa Mabato. Basketball by Comrade Kehakilwe.
volleyball by comrade, it's difficult to call this surname. I don't want to ambush the surname. Muku Minyane, tennis by comrade Kehakilwe, aerobics, the land that is only 10 minutes. It will be again comrade Kehakilwe. Then there will be also tug of war by comrade Mutibi. Now, can you listen carefully? The following will happen. Volleyball, netball, tennis, basketball will go to Milner Park. And soccer and aerobics will be here at the recreation center. Let me thank you, Chairperson, for giving me this opportunity, acknowledging and giving those announcements. Thank you very much.
Let's take this opportunity to request PS to deal with an issue of cake.
We are going to hand over Chair of the province, PWC members, as you can just go, Vice President. We're going to hand over the cake to the region that is hosting us, JB Max, as part of the celebration of the union. As the chair was saying, on the 6th of October, the union was celebrating her 34th anniversary, and therefore we are handing it over, Chairperson of JB Max, as you join the comrades to the region. They know how we manage the issue of the cake. We'll request one comrade who can chant. That comrade was able to chant very nicely a happy birthday song for SADTU as we celebrate the 34th anniversary of this giant organization, sitting currently at 275,000 members in the province, sitting at 19,000 plus, only 300 members short, Comrade Pila, to reach our target of 20,000 members. So, Comrade,
Happy birthday, SADTU. Happy birthday, SADTU. Happy birthday, dear SADTU. Happy birthday to you. We love you, SADTU. We love you, SADTU. We love you, we love you, we love you, SADTU. You are loyal, SADTU. You are loyal, SADTU. You are loyal, dear SADTU. You are loyal, SADTU. Hip hip, hip hip.
Let's take this opportunity to call upon the Deputy Provincial Chair to deal with the item on the vote of thanks.
We want to thank all our guests for honoring this occasion. From SAYS, we want to thank you. The DGG of Education, Comrade Masilu, we also want to thank you for coming and grace this occasion. The Secretary of PLRC, Comrade Sydney, thank you for also coming to this occasion. The President of SAPA, Comrade Pila, our own, thank you, my leader. And I don't want to leave behind our SADTU Media House. Comrades, we want to thank you very, very much. Without you, this occasion will not be seen by the multitude outside. Our champions, NTA winners, we also want to thank you. We are great that all of you are here. So we want to thank you, keep it up. The organizing committee led by our PS, we also want to thank you. PEC members, all of you, thank you for making sure that this day becomes a success. VP, want to thank you very much for giving us that powerful and encouraged message from Matthew Goni. We want to thank you, VP. Thank you. Comrades, We also want to thank all our social partners. Our treasurer mentioned all those social partners. We also want to thank you very, very much. Not forgetting you, comrades, the owners of SADTU, for making sure that this day becomes a success. Without you, comrades, this day ingabe siyona. So we want to thank you. We say, aluta, comrades, aluta. Lastly, comrades, I also want to salute the founding president of SADTU, Comrade Member TC Shepherd Mudadana, who passed on last week. We want to say, may his soul rest in peace. We want to thank him for making sure that we have this mighty union. So we say, may his soul rest in peace. Thank you, comrades. From now, comrades, we are going to adjourn and go to the grounds like the PTS said, and let the games begin. Let's enjoy, comrades. Amanda! Amanda!